Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age, is a fantastic JRPG. It's a game that can combine years of gameplay, soundtracks, and even character models, while still being fresh and new. In my opinion, it's the game for everyone. It has a lot of old-school JRPG mechanics if you are a JRPG fan, awesome semi-open world if you are the explorer type, well-balanced gameplay, if you precious gameplay above all, very well-written characters, which are the core of the game for me, and amazing story if you play the game to witness some well-written stories. There is honestly nothing I could count as a bad gameplay design. Everything you want from a game is done well and even better. Gameplay is engaging, leaving you huge personalization options such as 8 characters to choose for your 4 members party. Every character can use a few different weapons or specialize on different magic, which gives a feeling of having your own very well personalized and original party. The soundtrack. The soundtrack is, well, it's just good. Never felt like it's the best I've ever heard, but I wasn't disappointed either. Of course, since it's Dragon Quest, you will hear multiple tracks from previous games. Side activities. So the side activities like side quests are probably the worst part of this game. They're still being good enough to enjoy them, but most of them is just do this, talk to this guy, kill that monster. Nothing really, you know, nothing with a punch, nothing special. But there are some interesting ones or funny ones. But the side quests in general were just decent, nothing more, nothing less. On the other hand, the story, the main story, is actually much better than I would expect, especially when after 1 minute of the game you hear that you are the chosen one cliché. Expected much less and got much more than I hoped for. The progression of the main character is very impactful. You're meeting new interesting people, you're getting new abilities, new combat and gameplay mechanics. For gameplay, the gameplay functions such as constantly adding new mechanics and ways of playing a game. For example, your ship, or the ability to fly, or getting some master keys to do some sweet backtracking. It keeps the game fresh and entertaining throughout the whole story and even more. Introduced characters are among the most believable companions I've ever seen. They are the reason why the story is so great. Every one of them have enough screen time to introduce their personalities and show their past in a very interesting way. In short, Dragon Quest XI wouldn't be nearly as good as it is without those 7 interesting, unique, wisely written, full of life, funny and helpful characters. There is honestly no reason to avoid this game whatsoever. It presents everything on above average level. Everyone will find something interesting to do. For example, I've spent countless hours playing poker. It's just funny, rewarding and smartly implemented in the world. There's also a huge variety of monsters you encounter, and their design is just beautiful, gorgeous. They're fantastic monster design. Also, the same goes for cities. The cities, the towns. Every city you encounter, you feel like it's going to be your main city, but in reality, it's just the way the cities are presented to you. They're beautiful. They're huge. Every single one of them has its own story and backstory. They're beautiful, big, and full of things to do. It's also worth noting that after beating the main story, you're getting fairly long post-game. And no, it's not just grinding and farming, it's a literal continuation of the main story. It's absolutely essential to do the post-game in order to actually beat the story. Oh, and by the way, can we just appreciate the fact that about 20 hours long post-game is just added in the base game and not presented as a paid DLC like literally anyone else would do? It deserves to be talked about and praised. So guys, I hope I've been a help to some. If you want me to review some games for you, like your chosen title, just tell me the title and there is a big chance that I will actually do a review of your game, of your chosen title. Thank you and have a nice one.